Hi, Tony here, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Airoh Commander Adventure Helmet. Airoh are a brand that are probably more well known for their off-road helmets, but their road-going collection is growing at quite a pace. The Commander kind of sits in between, and it's configurable in 3 different setups. This with the visor and the peak. You can take the visor off and wear it like a motocross helmet with just the peak, or indeed you can take the peak off, leave the visor on and have it in naked street mode. Let's start with the construction and features. The Commander has a composite shell construction with very high levels of carbon fibre. This makes for a light helmet, and this size large weighs in at 1,550 grams. There are just 2 shell sizes covering extra small to extra large, and it would have been good to see at least one more in that range, but we'll talk about sizing and fit in a little while. One big advantage of adventure or dual sport helmets is the big wide aperture, giving a really excellent field of view. The helmet comes with a Pinlock Max Vision included in the box, and it also features a drop down sun visor, which isn't always common in these types of helmet. I've always thought of them as a little unnecessary on peaked helmets, as the peak itself is a very effective sunshade. However, if you are wearing this in street mode or naked mode, then it's a welcome addition. And it also offers some eye protection if you want to ride with the shield up to get some more airflow. The lever to operate the sun visor was a little bit stiff initially, but now it's been used for a little while, it has eased up. There's no quick release for the visor either, and you will need an Allen key to be able to remove it. Whilst being slightly annoying, I don't really see it as a problem, as the helmet has that drop down sun visor and you're unlikely to be swapping out the main shield very often. Mind you, just 2 bolts and the job is done. Optically, both the sun visor and the shield are very good. I would have probably liked the sun visor to drop down just a fraction lower. It's not really a problem, it's just a personal observation. The visor seal is also good, and although I haven't been able to ride in the rain a lot, it does seem like it's going to do a pretty decent job. There's a good old dependable double D-ring fastening, and the comfortable liner is fully removable and machine washable. And there's a port in the side which makes fitting the AW system neater. It doesn't look like you'll have much trouble fitting other systems either, although I will admit it doesn't have the flattest of side profiles. I would say sizing is accurate. I'm pretty much always a large in a helmet, and this is no exception. It's best suited, I would say, to intermediate oval head shapes, and I found it to be a nice, snug and comfortable fit. In fact, I found it very similar to a showy fit. Its lightweight is noticeable, and it's a great helmet for long days in the saddle or active days when off-road exploring. The ventilation is decent. The 2-position chin vent works well and lets a good amount of air in. It's also good to see a foam filter in there to stop grit and, more annoyingly, bugs making their way inside. Just above the eye port are 2 small vents which can be closed, again very reminiscent of those found on the showy Hornet. This does mean that on hot days you'll be wishing for more airflow across the top of your head, although the hypoallergenic lining is good at wicking away sweat. Now, one advantage of having less vents is, of course, less noise. Lightweight dual sport helmets don't tend to be the quietest models out there, but I have to say I was impressed with the Commander. Adding the chin sock that comes in the box helps too, and I found riding it on motorways, A roads and B roads to be surprisingly quiet, much quieter than I was expecting. The peak is pretty stable. I didn't experience any vibration or grabbing on shoulder checks, but it is a relatively short peak compared to some of its peers. When you open the box, there's a mysterious extra little box inside which contains a number of accessories. Aside from the instructions and a couple of stickers is the aforementioned chin sock and a set of hinge covers if you're riding without the visor or peak. Also included are a number of action cam mounts which can be attached to various parts of the helmet. Necks also offer a similar setup, and it's a nice addition for those that want to film their rides without having to add a permanent mount. Overall, it's a very accomplished helmet, so if you're looking for something that's going to work on tarmac and on dirt, it's a good choice. Just bear in mind that it's not necessarily the most vented of this style of helmet, but I have to say it's probably on par, if not a little better in terms of venting than the Shoei Hornet, mainly because of that direct open chin vent in the front. But I do have to say, for use in the UK climate all year round, I think it works pretty well. It certainly carries Airoh's race pedigree in both looks and performance, particularly when wearing it with a set of goggles. Price-wise, graphics versions retail at £329 and the solid colours at £309, although you can find plenty of retailers offering them at around the £275 to £280 mark, which for me isn't too bad. If you compare it to some of the competition, say putting the Shoei Hornet at one end and the Bell MX-9 Adventure at the other, then it does sit nicely in between those. The one differentiator is the Commander's drop-down visor, which might just swing it for some riders. So that was my quick first impressions of this helmet, having worn it on quite a few rides. I will continue to wear this helmet. I do quite like this helmet, and I intend to bring you an update once I've put a good amount of mileage on it, so watch out for that. So if you like the video, why not hit that like button? What would be even better if you haven't done already is to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you see new videos as they come through. And all that leaves me to say is, until next time, thanks for watching, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.